This is Arjuna Wali Benzaim Weiss with part 2 of my practice of Chai Gung in this beautiful centennial park. And I'm going to now show you the second part, which involves the Chi Gung part as well as the Kabbalah tree of life. So we're in front of these beautiful trees, and this is a mystical tree through the body. So I'll begin. We left off in part 1 with doing the rotating practice from Tai Chi, Chi Gung, and from here we go into the tree hugging pose. Knees are bent, fingertips are about a centimetre apart. We visualise the energy rotating under the arms, between the legs, behind the legs, and all around us. And the energy's coming up through the feet, up the spine, all the way rotating through the body, and then up through the crown, into the crown of the trees, and then coming back. So we're forming an energy cycle here with the trees, all these beautiful trees in this tree hugging pose. So we breathe into the lower belly, all the way down into the perineum. And then when we feel the energy is really moving through the arms and the hands, we'll now go into holding up the sky pose. So this is another Chi Gung pose. You've probably seen laughing Buddhas do this. Flatten at the top, belly's loose, holding up the sky. This is Pandu in Chinese culture. Tane Mahuto in New Zealand does the same thing in the Maori culture, the big tree that holds up the sky. Knees are bent, belly's loose, stretching up, and we create a triangle, and we look at the moon over the shoulder. Slowly with awareness we breathe in and then we breathe out and look at the moon over the other shoulder. And we bring all that beautiful energy back as we breathe in, down into the crown, the Keter in the Kabbalah. The energy comes down, goes through the right side, the left side, down the right side, the left side, down the right side, the left side, and down into the earth. So we visualize that lightning bolt coming down from the heavens through the crown, which we're grounding through our body, and then we'll go through the steps. The first step is creating the letter Shin, which has 3 prongs like 3 candles. And it's a number 3, so we make the sound shh. And this is bringing Keter, Chokhmah, wisdom, Bina, understanding, the expanding right side, the contracting left side, coming together in Da'at, which is knowing. Wisdom, understanding, knowing. That's at the third eye, is where I place that. We make the sound 3 times. Down into the throat, where we have the Aleph in Hebrew. The Aleph has 1 finger pointing up, 1 finger pointing down in the body. So we do the balancing heaven and earth pose, Donna Eden. She calls it the Egyptian. And it's like an Aleph. 1 hand up, 1 hand down, heaven and earth balancing above and below, right and left. And then we reverse and do it on the other side. All the time breathing into the lower belly, and then we bring that energy back to the throat with the Aleph, which is silent. And on the right side we have Hesed, the left side Geburah. So now we open out and honor the 4 directions to the right, which is the direction of Hesed, loving kindness, expansion. that's to do with the right arm, and then we go to the left, which is where we have Gevura, contraction, holding, power, and din, discrimination. And we're honouring the four directions as well as above and below from the shamanic tradition. And then we balance the expansion, contraction in our heart, loving kindness, Gevura, Tiferet in the heart. This is a place of compassion and beauty. Rahmanas, compassion, Tiferet, beauty. So once again, we're balancing the right pillar, which is expansion, with the left pillar, which is contraction, in the middle pillar, the Kabbalah. This, of course, relates to the Anahata, which is colour is green, just like the park. So good to do in nature. And then we bring the energy down and we create a letter Mem, which is like that in Hebrew. And that relates to Mayim, water. And this is the energies now come from the rock to the right hip, where we're striding forth into the world. And that's the place of victory, Netzach, balanced by Chod, which is the left hip, and splendor. And this is joined by the letter Mem. So we make the sound and that relates to Mayim, which is water in Hebrew. So we go to the right doing the and then we bring that to the front, so we've balanced the right expansion of striding forth of Netzach with Hod, which is the contracting, holding, empathy and reverberation is related. And we bring this together in front of the genitals or the perineum in the Yesod, foundation. And from that triangle we can go down to the earth, the place of Malkut and the place of the Shekinah. And we breathe 3 deep breaths into the buttocks. And then from here we can go down into the child pose and relax on the earth, with the third eye on the earth. And from here we can come up with a camel, breathing in, stretching up, opening to the sky. We can do that 3 times. Breathing out, coming down to the child, up to the camel, and then from there we can come down into the diamond pose in meditation and take a moment to just integrate all that flow of energy, breathing into the belly, just being aware of how your body feels, where the energy is flowing now. And from here we go back into the tree hugging pose. Once again, now we can feel the energy coming down through the Kabbalah from the Tree of Life and going up through the Chi Gung practices and the yoga practices. So we've got spirals of energy going down and spirals of energy going up, and we're the bridge between heaven and earth. And when we feel completed, we then ground that with the earth mudra, feeling the energy of the earth, meeting the hands, knees bent, belly loose. And that's the end of the practice. Thank you. So that's the Chai Gung practice, part 2, completed.